Good evening everyone, and here is the Corvette, the micro Corvette, ready for painting. I've attached the propellers and rudders. Yes, they are set quite forwards. That's good in a way because this will be operating in coastal regions, so it means that they are tucked away a little bit more. So I thought I'd do a quick video because this is hopefully the last time you'll see the boat in this condition. So we'll start at the stern for once. So here we have the extension to the hull made of plasticard. This is the Italeri PT 596 or something like that model kit. Good value online at the minute. Great for building a ship of this size in 1/72. So here at the very back we have the hatch for the towed sonar array. So what that is the towed sonar array is the best way of finding a enemy submarine, because your towed sonar comes out from here and it's away from your own acoustic signature, away from your own propellers, and the best way for spotting an enemy submarine. It can be tucked back away when it's finished with, and for prosecuting the kill on a submarine you've got a couple of options. You've got the MD 500 ASW, which has a dipping sonar underneath. It has a magnetic anomaly detector and airdropped torpedo. It can also do anti-ship work with its radar, and it can also carry a single missile underneath, an anti-ship missile, although its main purpose is actually anti-submarine. It's too small really to be an all-rounder in that sense. Now I reckon a Naval Lynx, a Mark 8, will actually fit on this boat, which opens up the Hobby Boss options like the Brazilian Mark 21. MBB 105 will also fit. And when I was digging in the loft earlier and found the plasticard to finish the build off, I found this Augusta Westland A109, which is fully navalised with the flotation gear, and that will actually fit as well. So a nice general purpose helicopter, if needs be, can go on here. With blade folding it should fit in the hangar, although my preferred option is still the MD 500 for this size of boat. Now someone's asked a question about vertical replenishment, vert rep. Yes, it is possible. The Seahawk is too large to fit safely onto the hangar, onto the docking area, because you're well within a collision distance there. However, vertical replenishment from a larger ship, perfectly possible using the Seahawk. The Seahawk would take in its pallet of cargo, drop it on the flight deck, and then it could be taken in. So for that reason really you'd probably be only operating the one MD 500 or a 109 on this size of ship, so you can tuck that in the hangar away when you're doing vert rep. This is the rear 30mm cannon, which is custom made mount. Bit of Hasagari there on the side. It's a Bushmaster from Badger 3D from an unused bit of kit. A couple of S&S model 50 cals there. Bits of PT boat, bits of OSA 2, and this is my container area. So this is a modular container area, so it can have up to 3 20-foot ISO containers. It can have a phalanx, CIWS, but there's space here for modular mission stuff. We've got the electro-optical sensors here on each side, bits of the Psychic Susan ESM system. Radio antennas will come off here as well, but I'm adding those on after the build. I'm adding a couple of bits like the railings that hold this stuff in place on after the build so they don't get knocked off. And then if we come around the other side, we have the rib launching station. So this roller door, like the hangar roller door, comes up, davits come out, you rib inside there and can launch. So I've tried to keep it stealthy by having these surrounds here to sort of deflect a bit. There's a hatch there which will lead, that's more of an escape hatch, some ladders here, and then there is the actual hatch there for this work area here. Now this work area isn't really designed to be populated. Got two 50 cal RWSs here, and this work area here is the machinery, the cooling for the engine systems. I found some extra grills, stuck those on and stuck one there just for cooling. Funnel arrangement here, 3 large diesel engines and 1 auxiliary, driving the 3 generators which drive the 3 propellers. So it's essentially a diesel electric. So this is all machinery workspace. You wouldn't really have crew up here, and if they need to service the RWS, they do it through these hatches and then pop that down. This area would have crew when you're in littoral or close to the coast, and the reason for that is these 50 cals just give you a bit more firepower at the rear. Small boats and drones are always your enemy in close to the coast. Now I've gone for 4 exocets on this Corvette. I am waiting for 4 more from Fleet Scale, but it keeps it nice and low profile. And I think 4 is quite reasonable given you've got the 57mm dual purpose weapon. It's not designed to go head to head against frigates or destroyers. So I think that's a pretty realistic load, and like I said, it keeps it nice and low. So I've tried to go for a really low superstructure, nothing too high, lots of angles, lots of nice sort of stealth shapes. This is the Nominator 2 system here. Now a question was asked about this. So these are cold launched compressed air. They come up, ignite, go about 20 meters and then turn, so they don't crash into the ship. If one does, it's inert until it's away from the ship, so there's no risk of it detonating. It's not armed until it's away from the ship. Another couple of RWSs on here. We've got some radars, the ping pong ball radar. We've got some to stop you crashing into ships, some sea stuff, maritime stuff, and an air search radar. Chaff and flare dispensers, again some hatches to service the RWSs. This area you wouldn't have crew on. I'm still waiting for the big optical device, observation device, so I've used a smaller one here from an AliExpress kit. It does the job, and that is giving the signals and what you need for the 57mm Bofors. So here is the Bofors, here's some anchor chains. This whole area here is sort of concealed, and when you get into port and you need to dock, oops, I'll stick that back on, but these, well, maybe I don't need it actually, but these hatches open up, allowing access to the anchor cables, the winches and stuff like that, which you'd use when you're in port or coming into port. Yeah, I don't think I need that. And there's just the chains running back to their surrounds. So same with the anchors and the holes for tow cables and cables to moor it up. They're concealed pretty much away. A nice fast hull shape, very streamlined because the PT boats were pretty fast. This would all be made of sort of lightweight materials, metal underneath. Lots of use of composites as well to keep the radar signature down low. Yeah, I'm really pleased with how this has come out. Last but not least, these are the lightweight torpedo launchers. I've just got to sand this when the putty dries. I need to add a bit more putty in, sand it down and then prime it, and then sand it, fill it and sand it again, and then paint it. So a little bit of work to do, but these are lightweight torpedo launchers, one on each side underneath the exocet pads. So you've got 40 short range 10 to 15 kilometer SAM missiles, 4 exocets. You can have modular weapon systems on here, harpoons in containers. You can have whatever you need for your mission module on there. Say if it's supporting your special forces team, it can have that on there. With vertical replenishment and replenishment at sea, it can keep going. It's got 3,000 mile range, which isn't a lot, but obviously you can keep it going for longer. It's designed to be 2 weeks at sea, although with vertical replenishment and refueling at sea, there's no reason why it couldn't keep going for longer. This rail on the top here is just to keep the crew safe if they're working on that area, servicing things. They can attach themselves with safety things and use that. So yeah, next shop is the paint shop, but there she is. I'm really liking this shape. Now I have got some more plans, but I need to get back on building aircraft, and if I build another one of these, I'll probably get divorced. So maybe later on, when I've brought an eternity ring for my lovely wife, I might do a sort of a raiding vessel, which would have this bit of the superstructure here, the machinery moved forward, although I might do a weapons module, and then the whole of the back would be for a large helicopter docking and or containers. So I'll probably just move that up there, not have so much of a weapons module, have some close-in weapon systems at the front. Same hull, same extension. I like the way that's worked. This is a really good hull for building the boats that I want to build, and then I'd probably have containers here, and like I said, a big module there for a raiding or landing craft. So let me know what you think. Hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you for all the support. I'll get this painted, some railings on there for the bad lieutenant, some more railings on there, and railings to stop people falling in when the deck when the hangar, sorry, the flight deck isn't in use. This would fold up. I've done it sort of in use, and then I'll add the railing pieces on with plastic card. I'm not doing that till it's fully painted because I still need to turn it over and they'll get knocked off. Some more railings there, ladders and stuff like that, the things that you need to get around the boat for maintenance. I haven't put the railings on here yet at the front. My view is very much that when this is operational, when the weapon is working, this is a clear of crew area, and when you come into port, that's when you'd put the railings out and access this area. That's the door for access there. There's an emergency escape hatch there. Crew area, so anchor chain and machinery, reinforced bulkhead, crew area here, crew area, crew command center, bridge, comms, weapons module and machinery space here, and then you've got the large, well, say large, small hangar for the helicopter, more machinery, your generators, your towed sonar array, fuel tanks and ballast tanks down and around, so you can keep your center of gravity nice of low, and your roll center, all the stuff that you need on a boat. You know, the idea of this is a small, crude micro Corvette, so I'm not thinking of a large crew. I'm thinking maybe 36 to 40 tops. I believe really in lots of robotization, lots of digital stuff. You do need some crew because you need to service stuff and keep stuff working, but I'm thinking a nice small crew. The main magazine for this is in the center of this crew area. This isn't a heavily armored ship. Boats now aren't heavily armored, they are heavily compartmentalized, and that's the difference. You don't keep out shells and stuff, you keep afloat. Take care, goodbye.